Today, the NBA draft is going to the second round, but yesterday the first round has just ended. So I'll be reacting to all of the picks in the first round, grading it a little, and just talking about it. So first we have the Atlanta Hawks picking Zachary Risache. I'll give it an A minus grade. Now Risache is definitely going top 2 in this draft. He has a great skill set with shooting and can drive, and also has a pretty solid defense. So that could be a great piece for the Hawks if he will become a part of their rebuild, or if they run it back. I don't know, but yeah, at least they do kind of need a wing anyways. And then number 2, Wizards getting Alex Sarr. That's an A grade. Alex Sarr is definitely going to be their best player in the next season and can help them with their rebuild. And then number 3, Reed Shepherd. That's probably a A minus also. Now Reed Shepherd is a pretty good player who could probably help the Rockets as they need a backup point guard. But I mean, the Rockets could have traded this pick for something else, and they have 2 undersized point guards now with Fred VanVleet and Reed Shepherd, although both are not that bad on defense. Next, number 4, the Spurs getting Stephon Castle is an A grade. That is a really good fit alongside Victor Wembanyama. He could be a playmaker possibly, and at 6'6", that's really good for his height. So with pairing up with Victor Wembanyama with his defense also is going to be really great for the Spurs as they find their new point guard. Number 5, kind of a reach here, Ron Holland, who was projected to go like maybe from later lottery, jumps up all the way to the 5th pick. Now he was projected to go like number 1 early in the season, but Holland, I'll give it a B plus grade because I mean Pistons already have so many non-shooters, and now they add in Holland who cannot shoot that well either. So I mean, the Pistons are getting a good potential player though, who could potentially be a great player, one of the best potentials in the league. So I guess hopefully this will help their rebuild, because last year you saw what happened. Next, we have the Hornets picking Salon from France again. 3 players from France. This was also kind of a reach. I'm giving it a B grade. I don't really like it too much. They could have gotten someone like Buzelis or Cody Williams. Salon was definitely projected to go later than this, and I mean, he's a great forward who has really high potential, but I mean, Hornets do rebuild, so this could be a good pick, but I feel like there was better wings they could have picked, or even they could have traded it down and still probably could have gotten Salon with the 9th pick if they traded it with the Grizzlies. 7th, Donovan Clingan. I'm giving it an A minus, not because of Clingan. This is a great value at 7, but it's because they already have Ayton and Williams at center, so they don't really need another center unless they're trading one of them. But Clingan is a great pick at 7 for the Blazers. He can add a really good center for the future. Possibly they don't like Ayton or Robert Williams because of Williams' injury issues and Ayton like not being too consistent. But Clingan is a great defender and also could do some offense in the post. And then the 8th was pretty surprising that the Minnesota Timberwolves traded up to get Rob Dillingham. This is an A grade, bro. This is a really great pickup for the Timberwolves because they already have so much money allocated towards all of their stars. They definitely need someone that could make an impact with making little money, and Rob Dillingham is that. I mean, he's probably going to make like $5 million next year, so that's a great player as a backup point guard where Mike Conley can mentor him. And then after that, once Conley gets older and retires, Dillingham can become the starting point guard alongside Anthony Edwards. And if he pans out, this is a really good pick. They didn't have to trade any players, although they traded their 2031 first round pick. You never know what happens in 2031. And a 2030 protected pick swap. I'm not that worried about that because it's protected. Next at number 9, another surprise. We have so many surprises in the draft. Zach Edey going to the Grizzlies. Now, Grizzlies do need a center really badly. That's why they probably got Edey, but I do not know if he can translate into the NBA with his play style. I mean, he could probably be good on offense, but his defense in the perimeter might be a weakness. I don't know if he will start for the Grizzlies or if the Grizzlies will trade for another center and then Edey gets some bench minutes, but he's definitely going to be playing for the Grizzlies. This could be a good pick because Edey could be a great rebounder for Ja and like rim protector for the Grizzlies. So I'm giving it a B grade. Next, we have Cody Williams for the Utah Jazz. I like it. They're just trying to get more wings, pairing up with Lauri Markkanen. And Cody Williams has one of the highest ceilings in the draft. So the Jazz are just getting some more youth. Now, I don't really know what direction the Jazz are trying to go because they're always in like the 10th spot. But they do have a ton of draft picks and might trade for some superstar later. Next, we have 11. I like this pick by the Bulls, getting Matas Buzelis. This is an A grade also. Matas Buzelis is projected before to go number 5 or 6, but he went all the way down to number 11 to the Bulls. And if the Bulls start a rebuild and trade Zach LaVine, Vucevic, and DeRozan, this would be a great pickup as they need a forward for their rebuild, like a small forward type player, because he could play small forward and then pair up with Kobe White, Josh Giddey, Ayo Dosunmu, and Patrick Williams as a pretty solid young core. Next, we got number 12, Nikola Topic. This is an A grade also because Thunder really just replaced Josh Giddey with Topic, who is a great playmaker, as well as probably a better shooter than Josh Giddey. So definitely better at offense. He's a great driver. So this is a great pick by the Thunder, who don't need his services, but they take a pick on a flyer who could possibly be great for their future again. Number 13, Kings getting Devin Carter. This is also an A grade. Devin Carter fits them well. They need a backup guard who can defend, guard the opposite guard on the other team. They have Davion Mitchell, but he hasn't worked out too much, and Carter has more athleticism than Mitchell and could help more on offense than Davion Mitchell. So this is a great pick. 14th, we got Bub Carrington to the Washington Wizards. Now that trade, a bit confusing, trading Deni Avdija. The Blazers definitely won that trade. They traded 2 first-round picks for Avdija and 2 seconds, but one of them is the 14th overall pick, which isn't that good, and another one was the 2029 first-round pick. That, I don't know if it will be good. If the Blazers become good, that would be good. For the Blazers, they traded probably another bad pick, but I don't know, in 5 years, you never know what's happening. But the Wizards getting this pick, Bub Carrington can also be a great player. They need anyone right now, especially Tyus Jones is about to leave, so they need more guards. So with the Wizards getting another good guard to prepare for their future, it's a solid pick, but I just don't like the trade that they got their pick. So I'll give it like a B-. Then Kel'el Ware going to the Miami Heat. This is an A- pick. A great pick for the Heat. They need a backup center badly. Kevin Love, free agent. Thomas Bryant is a free agent. And Ware is a great player who has good defense, can be a lob threat like Derek Lively, and also maybe can be extending his range to the three-point line. Another great pick by the Miami Heat. Then we have the Sixers kicking Jared McCain This is probably going to be A grade, A minus, A. He is a pretty good player for the Sixers, who maybe will be losing out on Kyle Lowry, who is one of their main guards. So getting McCain, who can score, defend, help the Sixers right now, is a great pick. Then 17, this is probably one of the best picks in the draft. Dalton Connect going to the Lakers. This is probably an A plus grade, an A grade at least. He is a great fit there, and a dropper that the Lakers got. And he's 24 already, which means he could probably help the Jaime Jaquez of this draft. Immediately he can help. Great shooting, and provides another offensive threat with LeBron James. This is a great pickup. Next, 18, we got the Orlando Magic picking Tristan da Silva. This is also a pretty good pick, A grade. He is a good shooter, which the Magic really need. Their shooting was abysmal in the playoffs, so this is a great pick. Then we have the Raptors picking Jacoby Walter. This is also another pretty decent pick. He was projected to go earlier, but he went later at 19 to the Raptors, and the Raptors are trying to rebuild as well with Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, and stuff, so adding Walter is another great piece for them. Then 20, Cavaliers picking Jalen Tyson. Now, I don't know if it's a good pick. I haven't really watched him too much or seen him mocked this high, but he was around this range, and the Cavs do need more forward depth. I mean, Okoro has been alright, but Tyson could maybe be better. So yeah, next 21 we got Yves Missi. He is a great pick for the Pelicans. A great center who can replace Jonas Valanciunas, can rim run, catch lobs, be great on defense. That is a great player to have alongside Zion Williamson. So Pelicans probably get an A grade. We have the 22nd pick, which is also being traded for the Nuggets. DaRon Holmes II. This is an absolutely good pick. He is a great center, and the Nuggets need a backup center really badly. You saw last season. And Holmes could stretch the floor. He could defend. He could also be a great lob threat. And this is a really good pick for a backup center. Giving you this an A grade. Now the Bucks. This is probably one of the worst picks of the draft. AJ Johnson is because the Bucks are trying to contend, and Johnson is supposed to be a project. Also, he was not mocked to be this high. So I'm really surprised that the Bucks picked this. This is probably a C grade. And they don't really need. I guess they could use him, but I don't know where they would use him. Doc Rivers doesn't really play the young players. You saw him not play Andre Jackson that much and Marjon Beauchamp that much compared to Adrian Griffin. So I don't know if he's even going to play. I think they should have probably gotten an impact player immediately. Then at 24, the Wizards, I believe, trade up here and select Keyshawn George. Just another player for their rebuild. I mean, they could use anyone right now for their rebuild. So just getting more young players is helping them. A grade. Next, we have the Knicks picking Pacom from France. He is probably a draft and stash player. I mean, he might play, but just getting another player who could shoot and help them with being cheap will definitely help the Knicks out, as the Knicks could already have a really good players, so they could just use him maybe as a three-point shooter. 26, the Thunder trade 5 second-round picks for Dylan Jones. Now, this is a little bit surprising that it's that many second-round picks, so that's a good trade for the Knicks, who they definitely don't want to pick here to keep their cap space. And Dylan Jones could be a great fit for the Thunder. So even though it's 5 second-round picks, I'm still giving it like a B+ grade. Then we have the last 4 picks. Minnesota getting Terrence Shannon Jr. This is a great pick. They need more offense. They got Rob Dillingham already, and now with Shannon, they could use more guards as well. Shannon is a great pick, who is an older player as well, so you could make an impact immediately as a great offensive player. I'll give this an A grade. Another good pick, Ryan Dunn to the Phoenix Suns. They need more defense, or at least a wing defender. They were getting cooked by Edwards in the playoffs. And Ryan Dunn, although his offense is not good, he could probably at least get some offense as he works on it in the NBA. And this could be a great pick for the Suns for getting a lockdown defender. So I give this a A-. Then Isaiah Collier, I'm giving this a A grade. The Jazz get a player that was mocked to be really high in the first few months of the season, but dropped significantly. I still feel like he has a lot of potential to be a great player, and the Jazz have been rumored to probably trade most of their veteran guards like Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson. So him pairing up with like Keontae George would be a great pick. Finally, Baylor Scheierman going to the Celtics. This is also a great pick for the Celtics. Just another shooter, Sam Hauser type of player who's also taller, and that's just another really good pick for the Celtics to help their offense. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.